Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 26th, and today was a gorgeous day outside weather-wise. Started off kind of chilly, ended up packing a coat up this morning, and then by the middle of the day I definitely did not need that coat. So woke up this morning at a disgusting early hour. It was like 3 something, which is not a time to wake up, it's a time to go to bed. So got up way too early, didn't get a lot of sleep, got out of here, headed over to Albia to meet my buddy to head up to the half marathon today in Des Moines at the Drake Relays and Hy-Vee Road Race, I think is the actual name of the race, whatever. So went ahead and basically got over there, and where I was planning on meeting him at, I texted him asking where he's at and stuff. He doesn't have signal apparently in Albia through AT&T, so he was set in a different spot. I finally gave up, went and found him. He was all paranoid, thinking we was running late and whatever, which we got there in plenty of time. So everything worked out great that way. His Garmin, his car GPS, he has a Garmin, it's to the TomTom, and it is horrible about when it starts a route, like it wanted to take him through Eddyville, it just continued over and over and over again trying to take him to Eddyville. Like, it was just horrendous. So I finally turned it off, reset it, and then it like saved us like 19 minutes or some crap right there because it was trying to go way out of the way. So definitely I'm not a big fan of that Garmin. It is the slowest thing I've ever seen to redirect. Once it has a route, it wants you to take that route. So if you hit road construction, that kind of stuff, it's the same one we use in DC every year, and I told him this year we're using my old TomTom or he's buying a new one of the two, because it's the worst damn thing out there in DC. It's not bad for like the major trip, but in town it's the slowest thing for redirecting. If you miss a turn or take a different exit, something like that, or because it's blocked or something's going on, it's the shit. So went ahead, got up to the race, got there early enough. I took Bruce up there with me, which was really cool because I was just cheering. Basically hung around the start line. Tons of people want to see Bruce, want to play with Bruce. That dog is just like a damn celebrity when he goes places. People are in love with that dog everywhere he goes. So hung out there, had lots of people want to play with the dog, all that kind of thing. Got him off to a start. My buddy's been sick as crap lately, so he was not really feeling real great with the whole run thing. Ended up doing pretty well. He was, I don't know, he was just nervous. He was paranoid about how bad he's been feeling because he has been feeling like shit. Hasn't been able to run. His heart rate's been insanely high, a bunch of those things. Got him off to a good start, got a couple pictures. I went and jumped in the truck. Normally I would just try and run around the course, and I thought, screw it. I've got a truck right there. Traffic shouldn't be that bad. I should be able to figure it out. I know the town pretty good. So Bruce and I jumped in the truck, busted ass down, caught him over a couple different spots, hit another spot, I saw him all over the course. Even one of the spots I kind of parked completely illegally as hell. And it's amazing what holding up your camera with a big long lens on it and a big hood on there, just people think you're press or something, I guess. I have no idea. Because there was a cop blocking part of the road, one of the ramps, and I just pulled past him. I just saw my buddy, like, half mile earlier, maybe 3/4 mile earlier, drove up the road past him there, and he come backing up right in front of the cop car, and the dude came up like he was, you could see his eyes, like, get the hell out of there kind of stuff. And I hopped out, and I just basically held my camera up with a big long lens on it, and the dude's like, hey, his thumbs up, went back to watching for other cars. It cracked me up, because I'm like, this dude has no idea who the hell I am, and just apparently a long lens on your camera will get you away with a bunch of stuff. I remember years ago, I was at a motocross race with the same buddy, and up in Wisconsin, and I was completely places I was not supposed to be, and they start to tell me, hey man, I'm like, oh, I was just trying to get the photos, I thought I was supposed to be here. They're like, oh yeah, go ahead, and I'm like in the middle of the track, and I'm like, horrible. Like, insurance would have been so pissed if I was there. But it's just amazing what you can get away with if you just act confident and you pretend like they don't know what they're talking about. So worked out good for me that way. Ended up hanging out. He had a friend of his was there, a cousin actually, that was running the race also. So once we got him down the finish, we actually headed backwards on the trail, on the path, which we could have cut out about a mile of walking, but we didn't know how far they were on the course. We actually backtracked the whole course, caught up with them just past Bulldog Hill. They just passed it. I ran with them for, I had my jacket in my arm, carrying the camera with the dog and stuff. Ran with them for a little ways and stuff. Then I cut off and cut through the campus while he ran with them, his cousin, all the way back into the damn near to the finish line. And we got right there. And then Bruce and I and my buddy, all three, actually went up on the stage, up in the auditorium for the track there at Drake, which I wasn't really sure if I was supposed to have a dog in there, but nobody stopped me, and I went in there multiple times, so I was cool with that. We headed up there, tried to get some pictures of his cousin. He went down to the track there. He didn't want to finish across the finish line again, screw up his timing chips and that, so I went ahead and he just hopped the fence like I told him I'd done before. last year, I think it was, when I was up there with somebody else, and I hopped down to meet them at the finish. So when he hopped down, they were waiting around. They actually ended up beating their friend. His cousin ended up meeting his friends and that. So it's one of those deals where they thought they were going to get their butt kicked because they hadn't been. There's like 5 miles, longest run they've had all year, I think. So they were all wanting to stick around and brag and kind of gloat over their buddies and stuff. So we headed back out, hung around, saw some more people on the way out. Everybody's wanting to play the Bruce, of course, and that. Ended up on the way out of there, ended up hitting up a little place called Easter Lake, and there's a triathlon coming up there sometime this year. I don't remember when it's at. I think it's September, maybe, something like that. So we headed over there to kind of see if we could tell what the lake looked like and where the course would be in that. Hung out there a little bit and just shot the shit, had a great time. Absolutely just a phenomenal day. So much fun. It's just cool. My buddy, you could just tell the more he was seeing Bruce and I, he was just cheering him up. He was even at one point actually kind of ran over and petted Bruce and stuff, which was kind of cool. It's not really the thing he does when he's running, so kept his mind off his illness and that. I saw him a bunch. It was awesome. So got back. He ended up PRing his fastest half marathon. I think it's like 1:49, I believe it was, something like that. So pretty good pace. It's at his age, if he can keep this train up, he'll definitely qualify for Boston. I think he's shooting for like 2017 is what his goal is, Boston 2017. So not this next one coming up next year, but the one after that, I believe, is his goal. That'll put him at 50, I believe. He'll be racing there at 50 years old, and then he'll be in at Boston, which is going to be a really cool experience to go out there. And I'm pretty sure I'll be out there crewing for him on that also. So I just got back from crewing for somebody else at Boston, and that was a lot of fun. It was a crappy, cold, shitty day out there, but it was really cool to be there, and I'll definitely hit him up and crew this one. I learned a lot out there this time, so I'll be able to do a much better job, I believe, my next trip out there crewing on Boston. And one of the big things, I'm going to either take a bike with me, I'm going to rent a bike, or buy a bike out there, I think, because it'd be so much easier to get around there than trying to deal with that tram. The train was just disgustingly slow and packed and pain in the butt. So I'm going to definitely grab a bike, I think. If nothing else, at least like some rollerblades or something I can really kind of whip through and make up some more time on. So, because the Boston course is a point-to-point, and it's hard to see people. So I'm definitely going to, try some of the things. I got some cool ideas out there. Like I said, you learn so much your first year, you got no idea. Just like in D.C. for the Marine Corps we do every year out there. I think this year none of his kids are going, so it might just be him and I. And if that's the case, I'm also going to look at renting some bikes or, taking a bike with me, something like that, to bust butt around that course too. So that'll definitely be a fun time. So other than that, I don't know, the day was awesome. Had a great day, like all day. It was just amazing. I actually came home and got a nap. I was so exhausted. I was just dead tired. Only a few hours of sleep in that. Ended up hitting a flea market also, and back in, and Albion, where I picked my car back up. I ran into a few people I used to know back when I was doing flea marketing and stuff. Chat with them. Of course, everyone's played the dog, that kind of thing. So then I ended up having a really in-depth conversation with somebody that was just, I don't know, it's one of those weird things where sometimes people just don't say what they're really meaning, and other people misunderstand what you're trying to say. And it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things where sometimes people just, I don't know, it's like they are so determined to think what you're saying is one way when it's absolutely not what you're meaning and saying at all. So that's life, I guess. You just got to get that stuff figured out eventually, and hopefully it all works out for the best. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.